Well, hello there. Man, oh man, today is starting in a very interesting way. Let's just call it a character building start of the day. My name is Ali Midawi, and I am your host with the Avocado Toast. Welcome to a brand new installment of Yup Daily. Looks like my computer decided to reset as I was hitting go live, and therefore it is maybe the right time to upgrade our desktop as well. But with that being said, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. We just came back from Bahamas with the whole community of leaders and the family, and it was a good time. And we are recharged and ready to rock and roll once again. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. Hey, Weenie, how you doing? Australia loves you, and we love you here on this side of the world. But today I wanted to pick a specific topic that I think is relevant for us all. And for me personally, I know it's relevant to re-engage and restart again and again and again. And that topic is specifically getting back to basics. See, whenever I've implemented these fundamentals, these basics, if you will, I've always found myself creating momentum. And at any time I got too comfortable, like back, if you will, did not push all the way for these fundamentals, I found myself either getting on stagnant or going backwards in income, in production, in business. And as I was in Bahamas with the family, we were reflecting a little bit. I was certainly reflecting a little bit, and I found myself I was falling back on the basics, and I said, you know what? Never will I ever do that again. And it's sometimes as a human being, you fall out of the track and you got to get right back into it. So today I want to share with you the basics of building a business online. No matter what business, if you are a network marketer, let me know. I think I got some love for you too. But for any entrepreneur, hopeful entrepreneur, if you ever thought about being in business, you need to have these basics. And the very first one is to be mad. Now, when I say mad, it's an actual acronym itself. Mad doesn't mean angry. Mad means that you are making a difference, right? MAD, making a difference. So if you are operating with a mindset that I'm making a difference, you will never quit on a business. If you are operating on, I need to make a paycheck, you're operating as an employee mindset. And unfortunately, an employee mindset, by the way, nothing wrong with that. I was an employee. I have employees. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm getting at is, as an employee, your mindset is focused on, I'm just delivering a value for a monetary transaction at the end of the week, regardless to the impact that I'm personally having on the company. Now, there are certain employees, or as they are called, intrapreneurs. They're employees on the books, but they're sold out on the longevity of the company. They're usually on leadership roles, right? And you can grow yourself onto that, but you need to be mad. You need to be making a difference. If you are not making a difference, I'm telling you, especially for my generation, millennials and Gen Z, we don't last more than 3 years in any occupation because we get bored. We don't feel like we're making an impact or making a difference, and we end up looking for the next thing. So you got to make sure that you are focused on making a difference. And by default, what you're going to identify, you're going to be excited on your journey. You're going to be excited on your project. Okay. So that's the very first thing. Second thing, and this is big for me, and I've slacked off on it on the last 3 to 6 months, and I'm about to turn the heat on it all over again, is you must build your own identity. You must build your own value. See, if you do not have, and this is specifically for those in network marketing, if you don't have a business identity for yourself, a brand, if you will, something that is identifiable just to you and by you, when people hear your strategic partner, they know who they're talking to, right? To you, your host with the avocado toast, you know who you're talking to, right? But there are many times, many people, unfortunately, they are so focused on building a downline, on selling a product, on selling a service, that they have no relevance in the transaction. They are just, as good as a flyer, right? Replaceable. So you don't want to make that mistake. And I have made that mistake. Now, don't get me wrong. I still have a team. I still have a brand. I still have things that are identifiable for me and by me, much better than most people. But I know for a fact that I'm not operating at the highest standards, highest level that I hold myself accountable to, and I'm about to turn it all up all over again, right? So get prepared. There's a lot of fun things coming up, but you need to have your own brand identity. Whenever I had a strong brand identity, I had people come to me and approach me and want to do business with me, including our CEO, Jimmy Izell. He saw what I had going on with my brand. He saw the transactions and the impact that I was creating. And by default, he said, hey, man, I might have a legacy play for you that you may consider, right? So by default, he saw value because there was an identity, right? Nike has an identity. They don't have to prove themselves to you, right? But they worked on that identity for a long time. Apple, close to 37 or maybe 38 years that they've been in business. Actually, I think it's about 30 plus years. Yeah. So they've been in business for that long, but they worked so hard from Macintosh to Apple to iPods, iPads, right? They worked really hard to build in an identity, but they no longer have to prove themselves. Now, you may need to prove yourself right now because you don't have an identity, and you find it a struggle when you are building an organization to prove to the person that you are a valid individual with a valid business proposition. Well, that's because they don't know who you are. You don't have a business identity. Doesn't mean that you have to be a mega influencer. It just means you have to have some kind of track record that you're creating. Now, the good thing is, for those of you who I know you're saying, but I've never done this before, I don't have a business identity. Is it all gone, lost for me? Nope. Start today. Start today, because the best time to to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Yes, 100%. I've been doing this for 14 whole years. I've had stuff that came out of my memories today. My goodness, I wouldn't want you to see it. I mean, I was trying, but it was terrible. But it took me 14 years to get to where I am today in my business senses, right? You have to just start. But the good news for you, unlike me, I had to go and do error and try to learn it all by myself. The better news for you is that you can just copy what we're doing and learn from what we're doing. As a matter of fact, make sure you are part of our community. Make sure that you are embedding yourself on Yup Clips. Well, you'll never, ever have to ever purchase coaching ever again. It's all available abundantly in every module. No one is charging you to watch any Kajabi or anything like that. It's literally all open and available to you. You just have to do the part that is required by you. Work. Okay. So making sure that you are always creating a brand identity for yourself is so relevant for you to have, credibility, if you will, right? If you don't have a brand, you're nothing but a salesperson. Just want to keep it 100% real with you. If you don't have a brand identity, you're as good as a telemarketer that annoys everybody. So if you're asking yourself, why no one taking me seriously? People are not responding to me. That's exactly what the telemarketers say. So you need to develop your brand identity. We even have Livia Fisher Kane. She took UFC with her international expansion team from $0 to $4 billion. I think you may want to consider looking at that branding strategies that we're doing. But in any case, you right now more than ever have and must create an identity for yourself. If you are part of our entrepreneurial community, the Young Entrepreneur Project, on Yup Clips, the very first category, all the way to the far right, you're going to find something called the 3x4 for your branding. Go and watch that. It's 10 module videos. You're going to love them. They're going to give you all the answers. They're available to you right now. Ding. All right. The next piece on the basics is you must love the idea of creating a sales transaction. Now, most people don't like sales. I'm here to tell you, if you even ever now or forever from now in the future say these words, if you utter these words out of your mouth, you don't belong in entrepreneurship. I don't like sales. Let me help you out. There's two transactions that you need to be good at if you're going to be in business: marketing and sales. Marketing is the ability to attract. Sales is the ability to transact. If you are not attracting people, that means you either don't have a brand or you're not good at prospecting. Of course, there's a lot of layers to that, but you have to be able to attract people. If you cannot do it, you must have someone else or hire someone else to do it for you. There are individuals who are dedicated all day, every day just for that. I have individuals who do that for me, right? Or you can learn how to market yourself at first. And, I personally think it's the best way to actually become dangerous in business is when you learn it at first and then you can delegate it and outsource it afterwards. Then the second part to it is sales. You cannot be in business and say, I don't like sales. Sales is the ultimate result of a whole lot of things, but you have to fall in love with the idea of selling. If you do not want to sell, again, the alternative, you can hire someone, a team, pay them a portion of your transactions, a portion of your sales or revenue, and then they give you some. But I don't know about you. I don't want to give the house away. So I would much rather I learn the skill and I keep most of my income instead of just giving it away just because I don't want to hurt your feeling, because I'm feeling lazy. Because everybody nowadays, more than ever, they're all about automation and, like funnels, and I don't have to do anything. I just post something and it sells by itself. Yeah, that's cute, but there are many other things that have to happen before you get to that automation. And fortunately, in the social media age that we live in, everybody's got it backwards, and I'm here to tell you, you need to learn it. You need to learn it. You need to learn it. Okay. The final piece of the basics for me when it comes to building a business online is that you need to live by your own means. Let me explain. A lot of people hype up and exaggerate, and they try to just outspend just because, right? Oh, if I have the highest, most expensive things ever. Let me help you out. I've been in business for 14 years, and I've made a whole lot of money, and I lost it a lot faster than I made it. I've made multiple 6 and 7 figures, and I lost it because I was immature, and I've received premature success, meaning I was not fully developed as an entrepreneur and as a man. To be honest with you, I was very, very young. And I mean, as soon as he came in, I just spent it. As soon as he came in, I just spent it. And then I did not understand the concept of budgeting. I was just spend, 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 spend. You need to position yourself in a situation where you are creating a budget for yourself and for your business, where you are operating on 20% of your revenue. When you're doing that, it'll allow you to have a very healthy relationship with money. I'm terrible with money. Now, the alternative to that is have someone else manage it for you, and you remove yourself from the authority over that account. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't have access to it, but you need someone else to agree or approve certain transactions. Again, that was my flaw. When I did that, I started having revenue that is available to reinvest into my business. I started having cash flow that was available for me to hire and delegate individual things to individuals that I no longer wanted to do because I felt that I have much bigger, better value that I can offer. Now, for you, if you're watching this, I'm going to give you a final ninja bonus. Everything that I shared with you is a little bit advanced, but you can 100% have someone else do it for you. Heck, I'm doing it for you right now. See, if you're part of an entrepreneurial community like ours, it'll allow you to 100% have other individuals work with you and even do certain things for you. You don't have to be the master of knowing it all. All you need to do is do the work, prospect, position someone into a transactional audio, video, or whatever information is provided, and position them to communicate with someone else. If you can do that, congratulations, you can absolutely 100% generate revenue online. The problem is, and the biggest problem that I believe is ego. Oh, I got to do it my way. I'm old school. I'm new school. I'm all about social media. I don't like social media. Everybody's got their own my way, my way, my way. Well, if your way is making you 7-figure this year, congratulations, keep at it. If your way is not making you 7 figures, you need to humble yourself, listen to that voice in your head, the good one, not the bad one, and just let the person who's talking to you, how you doing? That sounded like Joey, help you out to absolutely and 100% create the results that you want. Otherwise, don't be mad at anybody else but yourself, because you are doing it to yourself. You are trying to eat a whole elephant. That's actually disgusting. Let's not talk about eating an elephant one spoon at a time. All I'm saying is stop putting yourself in a position that you're going to fail. Put yourself in a position where you're going to win. How do I win? I delegate, I outsource, I focus on keeping the basics straightforward. And anytime that I deviate from what I'm telling you, like I did for the last 3 to 6 months, I feel like I'm out of line. I'm not aligned with my purpose. I'm not aligned with what I need to do, with what I love to do, what I'm excited about doing. So now and more than ever, again, thank you, Weenie. Make sure that you are making a difference. Make sure that you are building an identity for yourself so you're not just looked at as a sales rep. Make sure that you are attracting people and fall in love with sales. If you say, I don't like it, you need to hire someone else and give them half of your money to do it for you. And then, of course, live by your own means. Don't outdo yourself. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself saying, I prayed about it and I think I'm going to take some time off just so I can get everything in line. Yeah, you just quit. You just didn't tell yourself you quit. That's all there is really to it. So I hope this helped you out a little bit. Tonight at 8 p.m., I'm sorry, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our leadership for our leaders from our community. You definitely are going to want to be part of that leadership. We have Dr. Stevens, who is going to be debuting in our training. And my goodness, I've heard him speak here and there, but he is a powerful, powerful, powerful man. And, man of faith and man of leadership. And you're going to want to hear his message this evening. Plus, we're going to be celebrating some individuals as well. Appreciate and love each and every one of you. And until next time, have a blessed day, everybody.